Diablo's coming around the mountain, here he comes. Yeehaw! Diablo's coming around the mountain, here he comes. Hell yeah, Diablo's coming around the mountain, it's coming around the mountain. Diablo 4's gonna be here real soon. Fuck yeah!
Da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na.
No,
That's your theme song
no,
for
the fucking
your
ain't. I ain't from goddamn the mountains. I know, I'm stupid as hell. I ain't mild, I'm wild. How about it, y'all? You got Hawg. Thanks for stopping by. Hey, do me a favor, hit subscribe if you like my content. I'm a clown, like to amaze everybody with my sheer stupidity. But anyway, we want to try to figure out. Well, not we, me. I'm dying for this game so bad. I wanted to figure out when's it gonna come out. I'm tired of the damn rumors going around. It's not gonna be, for 2 more years, or Blizzard pushes stuff back, or whatever the current rumor is at this time. Why don't we just figure it out? Um, Again, as I've said in about 20 of my other videos, I've played this series since I was in 8th grade, something like that. Maybe 2000, 2001, a long time. So I've been through the transition from D2 to D3, and I remember that transition pretty vividly. It was about a 10-year period, and I remember talking with a community back then in the game. I'm ready for D3. Well, it'll be 5 more years. Ready for D3? It'll be 3 more years. Okay, you get the picture. So I sat down this morning, I did some research, and put together this timeline. And it's basically just maps just about everything that I could find about the betas, technical alphas, releases, expansions, time periods, all this, whatever. So I'm just going to take a few minutes, go through, and then give you at the end when I think the open beta will be available, and when the game's going to come out. And I think it's going to be sooner than you'd anticipate. All right, so let's look back in time here, and let's start with the release of Diablo 2. Now, we're not going to go into Diablo 1 because that was released by Sierra and a different parent company of Blizzard, and yeah, so we're not going to talk about that. We're also not going to include Diablo Immortal. Okay? Me personally, I'm tired of talking about that game. It's a mobile game. It's not a real Diablo game. It's in a class of its own. In the trash, the landfill, the incinerator, the nuclear disposal dump, wherever you want to put that pile of garbage, that's where it goes, and that's where it's going to stay. I will never include Diablo Immortal in any conversation that I have about this game whatsoever. So now, this is going to be Diablo 4 release date. We're going to talk about Diablo 2 releases. We're going to talk about Diablo 3 releases. Okay? So Diablo 2 was released June 28th, 2000. Okay? 22 years ago. Is that not insane? 22 years ago. Um, I played it probably 2 or 3 months after release. Something like that. I remember my best friend next door had it, and I was in his basement, and he was playing it, and he was in Act 1 at Characy, and he was putting on all this stuff, and I was like, what is this game? 'Cause I've been playing video games since I was a little boy, but I always played like Sierra Online games, and like my favorite game of all time is Larbo and the Dagger of Amon Ra. I actually have a original, sealed, still in the shrink wrap, big box PC game of that game. I mean, it's awesome. Um, Regardless, I love Diablo 2. I got it, started playing it. Okay, then LOD released June 27th, 2001. And that was it. Look at this space we got here. From LOD to D3. Okay. Let's back it up so you can see. There we go. And we'll zoom in so we can count. Let's see. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 years until the announcement of Diablo 3. Okay? So this whole time period right here, we sat in silence. We didn't know if there was going to be a Diablo 3. We all hoped there was, But okay, so 7 years. They announced it June 8th, 2008, 14 years ago. That's crazy. You know, we're still playing this game. 14 years ago it was announced. The Diablo 3 Friends and Family closed beta began. Pull up, damn it. September 7th, 2011. Okay? Apparently, these folks were not under NDA. And so you'll already see that it looks a little different as far as the beta goes. There wasn't like a technical alpha and then a closed beta and then an open beta and all this like there was, like there is what we're seeing right now with Diablo 4. So they had the Friends and Family beta, and then it went to the open beta. Boom. Friends and Family beta began, let's say, beginning of September. There's not an official date I can find. I went back to Reddit posts and some other stuff and kind of educated guesstimate September 8th. It could have been September 1st. It could have been August 25th, you know, but it's right around this time period. Okay, so I'm going to say either September 7th or September 1st. So it started then and it ends first day in October. Diablo 3 Friends and Family ends. So that's a month-long Friends and Family beta. And now we count. This is where I'm going to start using my estimate to determine what we're going to see in Diablo 4. So we've got 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months. 6 months later, the Diablo 3 open beta begins. Okay? It lasted 10, 12 days, something like that. Whatever the 20th to the first 10 days. 15 days later, we had a new game. Okay? So, I included the expansion just so we could kind of, if we wanted to at the end of the video, kind of figure out when we're going to see a Diablo 4 expansion. Because you know good and damn well that we're going to see that. We're missing 2 character classes right now. We're missing the assassin slash monk. Okay? That's always been in the game since D2. That's going to come as part of an expansion. You better believe it. They weren't going to include all of these characters in the first game, you know, so that they had nothing else. They would have to completely go back to the drawing board to make another expansion. And they bank on expansions. You know, what does it look like? Launch about a year and a half, 2 years after the first launch of the game. So they're going to include that monk slash assassin in the expansion, and I would assume that they're going to include a paladin slash crusader in that expansion as well. So with the pattern that we're seeing is from the release of the expansion to the launch of the game was 10 years. Okay? Right here to right here. 10 years. Approximate. I know some of y'all are going to get in the comments and start calculating math. Okay, we're just having a discussion. 10 years. Diablo 3 launch. LOD released. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Halfway. 10 years. Give or take. Maybe 6 to 8 months. Get to the point, Hawg. All right. Now, notice this same gap. Okay, notice the same gap. Here's when the expansion was released. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6.5 years, something like that, 6 years. Then the announcement of Diablo 4. So let's back up. Remember here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, now you got to remember that this time period there was a lot of stuff going on in Blizzard. There was a shakeup. There was a team quit. Blizzard North got shut down. There was a lot of stuff that happened that delayed an extra year. So you got to take that into account. Okay, you got to take some kind of variables into account here. Now, 6 years we announce Diablo 4 at BlizzCon 2019, November 1st. Okay. Now we have a little variances, so I'm going to show you what we're going to go by. Again, this is just an estimate of the Friends and Family closed alpha based on same thing as Diablo 3 Reddit posts and official news leaks and stuff like that. But the estimate is August 1st. So let's say it ran a month, just like before. We're going to go 6 months. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Now keep in mind, I told you before, we're not looking at the open invite only beta that they had to the public. Okay. We're treating that separately. We're not going to take that into our factor. If you disagree, let me know in the comments. But we're going to go by from Friends and Family closed testing to the open beta start test, because that's a pretty constant variable there. 6 months. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That puts us in March 2023. Now keep in mind, all these videos coming out have been saying Q1 2023. Okay? This puts us in Q1 2023. So, let's zoom in here. My estimate for the release date will be April 16th, April 15th, 2023. Diablo 4 release date. I'm gonna hammer it in and say the official Diablo 4 release date, my bet will be April 15th, 2023. So the open beta for Diablo 4 will start March 15th, March 20th, 2023, and it will end April 1st, 2023, and then 15 days later we will have the official release of the game. Just like you did in Diablo 3. You had open beta began, open beta ended, and the launch 6 months after the Friends and Family closed testing. So that's where we're at on the timeline. We are 6 months. So right now we're just about in December. The invite only beta is going to end, and we're going to have 3 months. They're going to take all the feedback. They're going to take all the stuff that all the people that were invited to do the closed beta, all that stuff they provided, they're going to process it, they're going to edit it, they're going to do whatever. Then they're going to open the open beta. Okay, because for those that don't know about the beta that everybody's participating in, it's really not an end game beta. It's the game. It's a game beta. Some guys didn't even make it to the end game yet because they're having to level. It's the game. So this is the closed kind of deal. They're going to open the open beta because it's already there. They just want to hammer out the little bit of bugs before they invite the general public to test the beta. And then boom, 15 days later, we'll have the game. So go ahead and get your computers ready. Go ahead and get everything set up. April 15th, 2023, Diablo 3 release, or Diablo 4 release date. Take that to the bank. That's my bet. If I'm wrong, I have to make a video saying I'm wrong. I guess I'll have to put on clown makeup or something. I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you want me to do if I'm wrong about it. But just for the record, there has never been a pushback on Diablo game, ever. So when they say it comes out, it comes out. Now, it might be a clusterfuck. Yes. It might be Lobby Simulator 2022, 2023, 2028, whatever game they want to release in that year. It might be that way. That's Blizzard games. However, on a Diablo series game, they have not one time ever had to push back the game. They have a very calculated formula. So I'm going to continue to follow it. This is when we'll see it. Let's just hope they get all the little minor bugs and details and all that shit hammered out. And let's hope they have enough server space for everybody. So, speaking of server space, if you need a badass community, join our Discord. Links in the description. Plebs for Life Clan. We just recently had had a little merger slash acquisition of probably one of the most elite clans, the Samurai Blades. Those guys are phenom, baddest players in the game, in my opinion. Bad meaning awesome. So we've got anybody from the best guys in the game all the way down to guys brand new coming back. So join in. It's a huge clan, Plebs for Life, Diablo 3. Join our Discord. We'd love to see you there. Oh, by the way, don't bother coming in Discord if you ain't subscribed. We're trying to get to 1,000. So please hit the subscribe button, hit the like, tell your buddies. We'll see you next time.